So hi everyone, I'm Wissam, the CEO of Harborx, and today we will show you what happened when trading meets gaming. And when I'm talking about trading, actually I'm referring to FX trading, also known as currency trading or forex, but actually the concept pretty much applies to all capital markets. So what is Harborx? Harborx is a mobile application that provides a simplified, fun, and immersive trading experience with gamification in mind. So you see, our concept actually is to bring trading and make it accessible for everyone who has a mobile device. And let me tell you why this idea specifically, because we had so many other problems that we could solve, and we decided to head in that direction due to our team's different background. So half of the team, including myself, come from a trading and a finance background, and the other half are mobile developers. And we identified a common problem that exists in both worlds. Let me explain further about that. So say you're a gamer, or you are on the tech side and you are playing a game, and that game is kind of addictive, you like it, and in order for you to progress from another level, from a level to another, or in order to, say, compete and win a specific competition, you need to buy in-app items. So you need these upgrades, you need the weapons, the gold, these fake crystals, whatever you call them. And actually, when you spend this money, it's true that it enhances your experience as a gamer, but this money is gone, and most probably there's no way for you to recover it. And on the other hand, in trading, all these charts and complex technical indicators makes it look very scary, especially for the layman and for the consumer market, who most probably will quit before even starting. So we decided to put it together and kind of simplify the trading experience while making it fun at the same time. So actually, when you are using Harborx, you're having a good experience. It's quite fun, it's easy, it has a social element to it. And at the same time, you are using a new product, a mix that haven't been done yet in the market. But most importantly, you have the chance to win real money in the market. And I would like to note here that in addition to being a startup, a fintech startup, we are also a licensed financial institution, which allows us actually to deal with real money and take clients' deposits. So let me show you more about the features of gamification so that you understand more what I'm talking about. So we have a system that is called the Leaderboard. And your position on the leaderboard, as you can see here, my rank is 3rd, and I have a trading score. And your position on the leaderboard actually gets affected by your trading score, and your trading score is changed by the outcome of your trading positions. So you see in that example, my trading score is increasing because I'm closing winning positions, actually. And you will notice then that my position, when I refresh it, has moved from 3rd to 2nd position. And not only you compete with the global users of the application, but you also have the chance to compete with your friends in case you want to make the circle smaller, which makes it more competitive because actually you know these guys, the whom you are playing against. In addition to the leaderboard, we have other gamification elements in mind, such as the clans, achievements, experience and level ups, and so on and so forth. I invite you please to all download our application. It's available on iOS and on Android, except in the US market. So if you have a US app store, unfortunately, you won't be able to see it. Now, this might seem simple, but actually we face a lot of challenges while heading in that direction. And I will leave it to our CTO, David, to explain more about the challenges that we face and how we solve them from the tech side. David?
Hi, I'm David, CTO of Harborx. Probably we are the first company who tried gamified forex trading. We faced 3 challenges. The first, limitation of first-party FX solutions. Actually, there are lots of FX trading solutions out there available. However, none of them are designed with gamification exclusively. And they're built years ago, which is not scalable nor flexible. Second, trading involves real money, but most games don't. Everyone cares about their money, and FX information changes dynamically all the time. No one will play Harborx definitely with information lagging behind, since real money is involved. And finally, asynchronous development cycles. Trading and gaming are two completely different aspects. Trading logic enhancements takes 3 to 6 months to enhance due to its complicated nature, while launching a new gamification features usually takes a few weeks. Hence, it's created a challenge for us to put them into a single system. With all these challenges in our hand, we lay down the requirements for our solutions. So we need to make our stack easily manageable, and the stack has to be very scalable. We have to be very agile, and so that we can move fast and break nothing. We have to be flexible, and we need to reach our client even with low-end devices. What is our solutions? So we have built our own stack from scratch, all the way from the core trading logic to the mobile client. We leverage on cloud infrastructure so that it is now easily manageable and scalable. We break our back-end system into microservices, and we do it in an agile way. And we use the message-driven approach so that it gives us the flexibility we need. Finally, we use the mobile-friendly message broker for our mobile client so that we can stream up-to-date information to them. Let's talk about the back-end architectures, and I will show you some of the major components in our back-end architecture. Our API server is served at the front end of all API requests. It communicated with our trade engine and game engine. Our trade engine is a core execution logic all over there, and it also receives the price feed and published to the other part of the systems. The game engine handled all the gamification features, like the leaderboard. We use RabbitMQ as the message hub of the entire system. We also use MQTT broker so that it will receive live data from other parts of the system and it published to the mobile client. Okay, this is with all these major components. Let me demonstrate a very simplified execution flow in our system. When the user opens or closes a trade, and the request is forwarded through API front end to our trade engine to process. Our trade engine actually is built on top of Arca cluster, which is directly speak to our liquidity provider so that the execution is very fast. At the same time, the price feed keep streaming from our backend to the mobile client through MQTT. MQTT is a lightweight messaging protocol built on top of TCP/IP, which is designed for devices with limited bandwidth and low power consumption. With the whole data streaming pipeline in place, we ensure our clients are receiving the latest information from our backend. At the end, when we close a trade, the trade engine will publish a trade event into the RabbitMQ. Interested party, like the game engine, will receive it and then update the score and rank accordingly in our database. This way, we decouple the gamification features with our core trading logic. And the development cycles of different services would not interfere with each other. Even during the trading hours, we can deploy the update of our gamification service without any downtime. However, adopting microservices into our backend comes at a cost, especially when the number of components starting to grow. We now have 16 components inside our system. Traditional one service per VM deployment is not effective here. Actually, the deployment cycle was very painful. We need to go over the flow, like uploading the artifact, stopping the servers, restarting the servers with manual deployment script, which is error-prone and inefficient. Different services have different resource utilization patterns, so we don't have one size-fits-all solution to deploy our applications. This is also very difficult to manage access control for our VM. The SSH access is all over the place. Complicated procedures make us very hard to scale because they are needed to replicate application environment. Actually, we have tried many different ways. Even AWS could deploy any other things. However, finally, Kubernetes come into rescue. Kubernetes is a production-grade container scheduling and management system open sourced by Google. We utilize Kubernetes to build and deploy as many microservices as we want without overloading the DevOps resources. With Kubernetes in place, we achieve infrastructure as code for the whole stack. Let me show you some advantage after using Kubernetes. Deployment has never been easier. Kubernetes provides a very handy tool called kubectl. We can just use kubectl, rolling update the service name with the artifact image specified. And access control actually is built out of the box by Kubernetes. And you see the computational resources are now fully utilized. You can see the different microservices are squeezed into one VM in the cloud. And now it is very easy to scale. For example, let's say we need to scale up our game engine. We just use the kubectl scale deployments game engine with 4 replicas. So what we achieve when using Kubernetes, we can now replicate the whole backend within an hour. And we also reduce one mandate, the DevOps resources per week. Right now, the deployment is fully relies on the permission model coupled with our version control system, which eliminates all the asymmetric access. And we have also reduced the cloud spending by 15%. However, we also have to tackle the same challenges in the front-end development. There are many good methodologies out there to build a decent mobile app. MVVM and unidirectional data flow is some of the major concepts we adopt in Harborx. We utilize ReactiveX to build our foundation. ReactiveX provides lots of adorable benefits to MVVM and unidirectional data flow. Data stream is highly composable. In ReactiveX, we use observable T to represent the data stream. This is a better way to handle flows and sequences of asynchronous data. Unified abstraction. We can apply the same business logic abstraction on both Android and iOS development. I will show you later. This is very easy to build elegant data binding. ReactiveX provided an elegant way to transform the data and perform compositions over different async data sources like API call, MQTT, etc. Let me show you some example how we use ReactiveX to model a trading power with highly composable nature. In the view model, there are 2 raw async data streams, account and equity, fetching from API and MQTT. There are plenty of operators in ReactiveX for different composition and transformations. We use combined natives to synthesize account and equity to form trading power. Whenever the equity account has new data, trading power will be updated reactively. I have just shown you the Android version using Kotlin. How about in iOS? The left-hand side is the Android version I showed you before, and the right-hand side is the Swift version. And now you can see we apply the same abstraction for handling the business logic. Actually, in our mobile engineering team, all our developers can code in both platforms. This is what we call unified abstraction. To further utilize ReactiveX, we have built our own reactive properties and operators to handle all data bindings in the view. Hence, whenever the reactive model is updated, the view will also be updated as well.
All right, so to wrap things up, we'd like to say that we have built a great architecture to bring trading and gaming together. Actually, with this infrastructure, we are able to work faster and more effective than any traditional FX broker. I think that this brings a lot of unlimited possibilities to the trading industries, and this is what we wanted to share with you today. Thanks very much. We'll start to take questions now.
What is the minimum investment amount your users have to invest? Actually, our target audience, I'll give you.
Yeah, actually, that's very simple. Our users can start with as low as $50, so that's the minimum deposit. We're actually really making it retail. We're pushing this product to the layman, to the masses, so a very low entry barrier. Are you looking into copy trading, where you can follow the leaders? Okay, so actually, if you go to the app, there's a section called Trending, which is the equivalent of your newsfeed, of your Facebook newsfeed or Instagram newsfeed, and there you will see the top traders. So you can simply copy them by them. Okay, so at the beginning of each week, each trader starts with 1,000 points. And depending on the outcome of his trading, either he will gain points or lose points. And the points are according to the percentage of his gain or his loss. So say I have $100, another user has $10,000. If my percentage gain is 10% and his percentage gain is 8%, even though he won more in terms of absolute amount, but I will get more trading score because it's relative to my, equity and capital. What do you get when you level up? Well, that's actually quite interesting because we have weekly rewards. So whomever end up on the top 3 positions on the leaderboard will get actually a cash prize. And each week, sometimes we push some other features or some other gifts, but the main one is getting a cash reward, and that's why they want to compete. Group of traders. All right, that's interesting. Well, clans, yeah, actually we had the idea from these popular games such as Clash Royale, which I personally play, and we want to group traders together so that they compete as a clan against other traders. But that's in development, so we will be pushing it in the next iteration.
So where do you host your infrastructure? Actually, right now we relied on the AWS infrastructure. But we are not limited to that. Actually, we are exploring the opportunity to extend our presence to even Google Cloud Platform or Microsoft Azure. So because of Kubernetes, there's plenty of way to do that with, say, federation like that, all that kind of technologies. So it buys us the flexibility to choose between these cloud infrastructure providers.